Hi and welcome to Vicky's Precious Petals. We're going to do a bit of wiring again today. So I've already done this one, so you can see what I've done. Now it depends on the shape of your rock as to where all your wires are going to sit. So this one that I have here now is a bird's eye Rhyolite. Okay, so I'm just going to give this a try on this shaped rock. So this one, so you can see on the back here where I've had to pull the wires around because of the way this curves. Okay, but it can't come out, so it's pretty well in there, which is good. Oh, so this one is a golden quartz. It's really pretty. It's a really pretty little stone. I'll just put that over there. So I'm thinking I'll do it this way up. Okay. So you don't need, this is just with 20 gauge wire, nothing flash. You can pretty well buy that anywhere, 20 gauge. I'm thinking like, I don't know, a small piece. If I go roughly 24 centimeters, 23, that's 9 inches. Let's go 10, make it 25, just to make sure. I'll probably have a little bit left over, I'm thinking. 25. And so you will need some wire cutters. I don't have anything flash. And this copper wire, there's quite a bit on this roll, 33 metres, and it wasn't very expensive. Where am I going? 25. Okay, let's put that aside. Now on this has got a separate bail. And it's really handy to know how to make this little bail here. I've used this bail a few times on different bits of jewellery and stuff that I've made. And it's not hard to make. We'll do that. We'll come to it. Put that bit over there for a minute. Right. Now, because I'm not using cabochons that you just make with your resin, my rocks are a bit harder to hang on to. Okay, I just want the middle. Yep. So what I'm making is this top part here where your bail goes through. And I want my wires to sit flat like this. Not hooked inside one another. And I'm just bending it around on the other side. Keep my wires flat. Bending around. Come on, stay flat. Why do they want to do that? So one of these is not moving quite right. Which one is it? Rightio. And you just got to check that that is going to be long enough on the top of whatever you're using for your bail to go through. So this one's quite thick. I'm wondering if I should go around this way. So it's not quite as thick on the top. I'll try that way. Okay, it needs to be a little bit smaller. And stop twisting. Now these pliers, they're nothing flash, but see how they're flat on the inside? No, they're not. These ones are. Sorry. They're flat here, and these are round. So these are like a round nose plier, if you can see that. And these wire cutters, that all come as one little set. It wasn't expensive. And then I've got these ones. So again, these are round nose here, but they're a bit bigger. So I've got the two different sizes because sometimes I need two different sizes. And these are flat here. These pliers are flat in there. So back to what I was doing. I got sidetracked explaining. And the other side was the thinner part up here. Rightio. So that should, I'll be able to put the bail through there. Okay, so now, stay flat. It's really giving me a hard time. So the one on the top, okay, I'm slowly bending around, and the one on the bottom, I'm going to bend around as well, and it's going to go over the ones that were on the top. So we're making like a cross, like a number 8, if that makes sense. Alrighty. And I'm pulling my wires so they try and stay flat and in the right order, so they don't, you don't want them to do this like twist up. And I'm no expert at doing this, by the way. If you want to see some nice fancy sort of work, Oksana's Crafts, she does some lovely work. She's in South Australia. I quite often watch her page. Okay, so now I'm going to take these two wires and I'm going to turn them so they go around the back, and they're actually going to cross over on the back. These are not cross where you would normally cross them if you're working on something flat. Okay, so normally if you're working on something flat that's all even, they will cross in the centre. Back to how I decided I was going to do it. Oh my goodness. Okay, my bail's going to be there. So now I'm gently pushing this wire to the back. And then I'm going to bend it upwards, like that. You see how that's gone up? And I'm going to do the same with the other one. Bringing it around. That's going to go here. And this is going to come here. This one's going to come up here. And not in the centre. This rock really doesn't have a centre, like, because it's domed. You probably can't tell real well, but that is the base. Oh my goodness, let's find another bit of paper to write on. So this is the back, which is relatively flat, but the top is doing this. So this is making this hard to hang on to, and it's really makes it hard to get a centre, because this part, this bit here, is not centred. It's off to one side. So I don't know why I do this to myself. So this is crisscrossed on the back, and I'm trying to hold it on the front at the same time. So then we're going to take these wires here. I might just snip them back. I might make them a bit easier to come on. I don't know what I've cut with those, but they're giving me a hard time. Alright, so then we're going to bend that into there. And pull it through. It's going to go to the side. And we're doing the same with this one. Go in, through, and out the side. And don't twist your wires, which I just did. Stay flat. Okay, I want you to stay, on bloody things. I want you to stay flat as well. Don't twist. Okay, get back in there. Okay, they're way too high. I've got them up too high. Just need to pull them down and around. You too. You want to move down and around as well. Just making sure I'm centered, or as centered as I can get on this piece of. Move over a bit. Come on, stay there. Alright, now these pieces here are way too long. If I cut them too short, they're going to be too hard to pull around. They're still too long, but what I'm going to do is I'm getting the bottom one and I'm trying to pull it around. Get down. So if you can turn both at the same time, well and good. If you can't, like I can't, and I have a little bit of trouble trying to twist things. Both my wrists have been broken. Neither of them are set correctly. So trying to twist with them sometimes just does not want to play the game. Okay. So I've got little bits sticking out which we don't want. Now I'm just going to try and push that in. So you don't want this catching on anything. Okay, this is all moved, higgledy-piggledy again. Alright, now we're going to lock the other bit in. Same deal. You will see some people just know how to cut once. I've got to have several goes, but anyway, it's better than cutting it too short. There's my other little pointy one's gone. Here. Hope everybody had a lovely Christmas. Rightio. I've just kind of got to push these in. That could be a bit neat of that. Right, so now see how I have pulled this apart to give this a bit more flair here, but I've left that one because this had this wide piece that comes like this. So I'm going to see what I can do with this one. Stretching the wire down a little bit. I'll keep stretching. And this helps to hold it in place as well. And this one does not want to stretch down. I'm going to push that one up and push this one up just to give it a little bit of pattern. You don't have to do these little bits that I'm doing now. You can just leave it plain. This was another one that I did. And I tried to identify this rock. Well, it turns out it's not a rock, even though I dug it up out of the dirt down the back. It's a piece of glass. As it turns out, I couldn't work out what it was. And so I used a couple of rock identifiers. But this is what I've done on the back of that one. And see how I've spread these out here. So, onto this one. Where am I? That's got to go to the back. So see how I'm just kinking this around just to pull it tight. And now that I have moved these wires around, let's move the wires up here for the bail. Looks pretty ordinary up there. Let's see if I can pull that forward a bit. It's this piece coming across here. It's giving me the grief. I can still see these little bits poking out there. I might try and fix those in a minute. Who's bleeping me? Right, I'll make the other bail. And you don't need much to make the bail. I don't know, 6 centimetres. Should be heaps. Okay, so we want to bring these ends together like this, and we're going to squash these down, and this is where these pliers come in handy. We need to squash this together. Looks like a cotter pin or a hairpin. Alright, if your ends are not quite even, just snip them off. Rightio. So I'm going to use my bail making pliers, but you can use like round nose pliers like these ones. You can use those. So I'm going to use this one here because I haven't cut myself much, and I'm going to bend it all the way around. Like that. You see that? Alright, there's a little gap there for now, but we'll fix that. Now we need to take, we're going to make like a figure 8, so I'm using this really small one here to bend that around. Now just before we close that up, I want to fix this. I'm really not happy with that. These bits here. Right, I fixed it. I could just see the wires. It's going to drive me insane. Alright, so your chain or whatever you're going to do goes through this big piece, and this is the piece that fits on to here, like this. So then, obviously, we need to tighten it up. So I've just got my round nose pliers, and oh, I don't want to twist the whole thing. Okay, right, so that's not going to come off there, and now we need to close this part as well. Which side do I use? This side. And I'm just going to close it right up. This is where having a couple of pairs of these of different sizes is really handy. Bent that a little bit too much then. So I can't, just not quite round. There it is. It's not quite straight. There we go. So I'll just get up. Two secs, I'll just grab a cord. Now this just goes in through here. There we go. All ready to go. I might just tighten those a little bit more too, I think. Yeah, I will. And this is the other one. I quite like this stone here. And I don't know what I'm going to do with that piece, that one. Maybe a bit of glass. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and please hit the like button. And for members only, you can request whatever video you would like, and if I know how to do it, I will make the video and put it up for you. Bye guys, please thumbs up, really appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye for now.